I want to start off by giving all praise to Yahweh.
Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai.
Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, or GMS, and peace and blessings to the elect of Zakaria
Satazwan.
from the GMS Dallas camp. And once again, we back out here on the Lord's streets preaching His truth. And I'm going to jump right in here. I'm reading from 1 John chapter 4, and I'm going to start at the top. 1 John 4:1. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of the Most High, because many false prophets are gone into the world.
And why do we continue to have these false prophets? One is for the elect to truly come out and tell this truth, man. Like, I'll give you a good example. One of the things I looked at earlier today, or should I say earlier this week, man, the brother brought up how people were saying that we sound like a broken record, and the brother Yashawamba had did a video on that. You know, look, man, if you want to be technical, everything that's going on right now is a broken record. Man, like with the brother bringing out these false prophets, you had that back in the day. You had a lot of people confusing Israel, everything. This is what led us into the curses that we're dealing with, which we keep sounding like that broken record, trying to bring our people up out of that. But really, the people we're trying to bring up out of that is the elect of Israel. You know, and a video that I wanted to bring up, which I was just getting ready to get into, was I was looking at earlier today something I downloaded where ISUPK came and confronted the apostles a couple years back, arguing about the apostles coming to see General Yohana on his block and what the mark of the beast was. Now, look how certain things are starting to continuously play out and continuously show that you guys are false prophets. You know how we know you guys are false prophets? Because you're still trying to bring the black community together. You know, we're trying to bring together the elect of Israel. Some of you are trying to say that now on the sly. I do notice that a lot in y'all videos. You know, that's one thing we're trying to do. But then now you're starting to see that RFID chip is coming into full effect. The apostles, man, the apostles and elders have been showing us for over 3 decades now that, hey, RFID chip is that mark of the beast. A lot of you want to say it's Christianity, it's an embargo, it's all this other BS. But now look how it's playing out, and look what's showing on the news more than anything. We'll continue. Go ahead.
Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of the Most High, because many false prophets are gone into the world. Hereby know ye the Spirit of the Most High. Every spirit that confesseth that Yahushua the Mashiach is come in the flesh is of the Most High. And verse 3, and every spirit that confesseth not that Yahushua the Mashiach is come into the flesh is not of the Most High. And this is that spirit of Antichrist, whereof ye have heard that it should come, and even now is already in the world. So as verse 2 says, hereby know ye that every spirit of the Most High confesseth that Yahushua is the Mashiach. Every spirit that is truly of the Most High is going to understand that the true son of Yahweh, which is the name of the Most High, the true son of Yahweh is Yahushua.
God.
That's his only begotten son. And if somebody's saying anything contrary to that, then as verse 3 says, you are of the Antichrist. And as we know, Yahushua comes in the volume of the book. So if you have somebody speaking words against the book, then they don't come. They're not coming in the spirit of truth. They're not coming in the spirit of the Most High. And more than likely, they're coming in the spirit of trying to capture you up, whether it be for your money, whether it be for whatever reason it is. It's not for the truth. It's not to gather the elect so that we can get out of here. It's for some other reason, whether it be for money, whether it be for fame, whatever it may be. You got to be coming in truth, seeking the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua in truth, to be able to teach his word in truth.
God, we know how we know you're not truly teaching in that spirit is because you're not prophesying the downfall of this place. A lot of you make your arguments and stuff, but not really prophesying the downfall of this place. A lot of you are still trying to build communities, still trying to somehow thrive as so-called blacks and all the other nonsense, man. When you're looking at those other Israelite groups still trying to bond with Kemet and whatnot, the house of unconsciousness, as the apostles call it. You know,
which is a very fitting name, because all the stuff that they're saying is completely having our people go right back to sleep.
God.
But what are we trying to do? We're trying to wake up the elect of our people. We're not out here trying to gather up everybody, trying to gather anybody who's dark skinned to get them on our team. That's not what we're trying to do. We're seeking the elect in truth. Now, every one of the elect isn't going to come with the same color skin that I have, even darker.
That's
Brothers
right.
going to be light skinned. Brothers going to look like Edomites. You have the northern tribe who have straight hair, fairer skin. Everybody isn't going to be one thing. But with the unconscious community, if your skin is a little light, they're going to start questioning you. But that's not in truth, because we know how the world works, right?
God, a lot of other things that y'all don't teach. It is that as well, man. Like the main part of the curse is you guys are always arguing with Kemet about Deuteronomy chapter 28. But what happened when our people got scattered amongst the heathen? Some of our people look like these other nations, but they come through the seed of Israel. We break that down in so many ways, but yet y'all really look at certain people and still judge them based on their skin color. I notice that all the time. Like when Apostle Gabar responded to that video that a few of you cats did with that Irishman that came out there to interview some of you. Y'all really didn't even break certain things down to him, man. Y'all didn't even pull that. Y'all didn't even pull out the scriptures to really tell them what you out there for. Y'all still trying to tell them how y'all trying to survive here in America.
Yeah, which is, this is your rest. And for the elect, this is not our rest. Can you do me a favor? Can you read that for me? 1 John 4, starting at the top. Get a little bit of that if you don't mind, brother.
God.
Right.
This is 1 John chapter 4, starting at verse 1. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits.
Try the spirits. Go through a man's doctrine. I remember when I was first coming into the truth, one of the things that I noticed was I'm listening to the apostles, especially at that time, Apostle Tahar. I remember it was a few videos that I saved on my computer, I believe, and I kept coming back to him. But I remember listening to him, and it was almost like I was trying to disprove what he was saying by using the Bible. And in doing that, that's kind of how you try the spirit of somebody. You go through what they're saying. You don't just listen. It sounds good to you, but you still go through it. You go through. You break down all the parts, and you try to see if it all comes together correctly. Using what? The knowledge the Most High has given you. So I'm using the Bible. They saying that they're reading from the Bible. So what am I doing? I'm getting my Bible and I'm following along with it. And as they're breaking down this stuff, they're just cutting through all the information I have in my mind, all the things I've been taught. So as a righteous man would try to be, you say to yourself, oh, well, damn, that's what they're saying is correct, and what I'm saying is wrong. So that's how you got to try the spirit like that. Somebody's talking, go through what they're saying. But go ahead.
Salaki.
We're going to try to weather this rain a little bit. We might have to shut it down, but go ahead.
I'm going to start at the beginning. Beloved, this is 1 John chapter 4, verse 1. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits, whether they are of Yahweh.
Whether they are of Yahweh. The spirit of Yahweh is going to lead you down truth, whether you like it or not. Whether it's hardcore knowledge that got you scared, or it's the easy things that fill your heart with joy. If it's of the Most High, it's going to do that job. It's going to serve a purpose of truth. If it's not of the Most High, it's going to lead you down a path of destruction. It's going to have you thinking that you can go out and fulfill all your lusts. And you'll be able to use the Bible to justify that.
God.
Oh, in this time of day, you can pretty much do whatever you want to do as long as you believe in Jesus. But that's not according to the truth. So if a spirit is out there telling you stuff like that you can eat anything, you can sleep with whoever you want to, you can be a homosexual, you can do all those things. If somebody's teaching you that, then they're not coming in the spirit of the Most High.
Or that you can even accept that chip. You know, I got a precept too. Man, it says, this is Romans chapter 16, verse 17. Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause division and offenses, contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them.
Mark them. Just the same way as you mark a man that's sighing and crying in the all the abominations that are going on in America right now, you mark the man that's out here speaking against the truth. So you got a guy who's listening to you and really involved in what you're saying. You put that mark on him by supping with him, by going over the scriptures with him, by giving him that knowledge. But a man that's going off against the scriptures, you mark them by telling them, you're going off according to this doctrine. I'm going to show you, you're going off according to the truth. You mark them. Either way it goes, you got to put that mark on these people. Whether they want to hear or forbear, we're going to do our job so that we have that hope of salvation.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Continue on in verse 1. Continue on in verse 1. Because many false prophets are gone out into the world. Hereby know ye the spirit of Yahweh. Every spirit that confesseth that Yahushua Mashiach is come in the flesh is of Yahweh.
That's right. The men that are out here sighing and crying for all the abominations that are going on, they're coming in that true spirit of Yahweh, doing the same thing that Yahushua was doing, walking in the same footsteps, going through some of the same griefs, turning away from the world, and the world hating us. We're following after that way of Yahushua, and that's how we should be. But if you have people that are going the opposite of that, well then that should tell you only one thing. Okay, well they not of the truth. Zechariah 13:8 talks about there's going to be two-thirds. There's going to be two-thirds of the Lord's people that are not going to make it. Two-thirds is obviously more than one-third. So there's going to be a lot more people out here that aren't going to accept the truth than there is going to be are accepting the truth. So it shouldn't be any wonder that these people are out here teaching all these wrong doctrines.
And as we're bringing out these scriptures and warning our people of this stuff, we have to repetitively go over what took place amongst our people. What happened to our people? Why we're in the condition we are in today? It has to be repeated. That's the same thing the prophets did even when you read in the New Testament. You know what I'm saying? Because look what was taking place at that time. Our people were living in the customs and in the culture of the ancient Greeks, the Romans, all that stuff. They're actually living as the Romans. What are our people doing today? You're living as African Americans, Hispanics, Native Americans, all that type of stuff, and you really truly have no idea of your origin of your actual history, going further back than going further past the time of slavery and us being constantly slaughtered.
And with that, we're going to shut it down. Lord willing, this rain kind of subsides a little bit. But for right now, we're going to go ahead and shut it down. Lord willing, we'll be back. Shalom.